Hi folks, how are we all doing? Monday, start of another week. Bit of fine weather, so I am out in the shed again, and I am not sure what angle my beautiful assistant has the camera pointed at, but if you, I'm assuming you can see that I have just started to apply the first coat of wood stain to the coat hanger stroke tool rack, or whatever it may end up being, yet to be determined, but it's just ordinary sand and wood stain. Now, as with the production of the actual wooden apparatus itself, I would just sound a note of caution that it is 27 years since I did any work of this nature, so it's not liable to win any prizes, but it's just a nice feeling to get back doing something that I get such a kick out of, and it would be a great feeling of accomplishment as I blob a little bit of paint on the hooks. But sure, look, I suppose that is going to happen along the way. I'll just get the narrower brush.
So with the wipers, is it alright?
Well, if you could wipe it rub before it.
You know what, I'm going to get some tissue.
Or rags or something. So while herself is gone off to have tissue on standby, I am just going to get the narrower brush to get into some of the tighter corners that arise because of the presence of hooks and the like. So, as I say, it's my first time attempting work such as this in 27 years, so I wouldn't be expecting masterpieces by any means, but there will be a great sense of achievement on my behalf if I manage to bring the whole thing from start to finish, having started with the block of wood and cut it out using the jigsaw, and given my good lady heart attacks in the process of so doing. It's never a nice job having to point out one's mistakes, but we could also say that they're not mistakes, they're just decorative swiping of the brush rather than me being so hard on myself, as is usually the case. Now, just to go at it again across the top here. Whoa, and we're dripping all over the place, but sure.
Not too much on there.
But sure, what we can do is
Not put so much on the brush.
well, there's that too, yes. And just where there is drips, we can just pull them down and start them in another patch. But thankfully, I do believe we have got most of it before it took up residence and started to dry. I tell you what I will do. I am going to just move the chair in another bit because I discovered I could have been a bit nearer. But no, it's just good to be back out and please God, if the weather holds steady for a short while, we'll have plenty of different bits and bobs to do out here. I know Susan is just painting something else at the moment, which we will throw in a still of at the end of the video. It was actually a present given to us when we got engaged, so it's actually a very unique, unusual piece, so we'll let you all have a look at that at the end of the video. What else have I got for you? We will have a look at the crop situation either today or at some stage in the next couple of days, because
It's doing well.
as I reported in last week's video, the potatoes are absolutely flying up out of the ground.
Sorry.
To such an extent that we hopefully might be in a position to put in a second crop at some point later on in the summer or early autumn, but and I know the onions and there's a few other bits and pieces of crops starting to make their appearance as well, so all has been good on that front. From a sporting point of view, I will probably do a bit of a ramble, either written or recorded, regarding the last day of the Premiership and what went on in the National Leagues, and that on a broader scale at some stage in the coming days as well. I often wondered what the purpose of these narrow-headed brushes was, but I now know, because the way it is, you learn more by doing than anything else. As I was saying, I will have a bit of a roundup about the weekend sporting action, either by way of article, which I would imagine it might be in this instance, after, well, I've already covered Meath's win over Down in a previous video, but I might just have a ramble about what it all means as regards the latter end of the National League and where it will leave not only Meath's ambitions but the other counties, and then we'll have to do a little bit about the weekend's racing, which saw my racing hero and somebody I've been blessed to get to know very well over the years, Noel Meade, achieve another milestone in his stellar training career by sending out his first Group 1 winner on the flat some months after celebrating a rather large milestone birthday. And then there was also the amazing victory of Phil Mickelson in the USPGA Championship in the golf. So there is plenty of sporting action to be commented on and ran through, so we'll be doing that in the next day or two as well. As you can see, this little bit of an endeavour is starting to come together nicely. There are a few angles I haven't gone near yet, but I imagine I am just actually going at one of them this minute if I can get the brush at the right angle. But I actually have another couple of small woodwork projects lined up as well. I don't want to say too much about them because there'll be actually quite a bit for me to take on, but when I'm in this humour that I just want to give everything a go, that is precisely the way I'm looking at it. And that is precisely what I intend trying to do. But now I presume that was a bit of paper or something that fell off the end of the brush. But now where was I going here? We're just doing down the flank. Down the flank, as they say. And I presume across the top here needs doing as well. I literally can't see what I'm at here, so it may as well be Stevie Wonder or Ray Charles painting it. But if I do say so myself, for the first attempt at work like this in nearly 3 decades, and considering I'm only about, I will ask viewers to politely ignore that contribution from her indoors. Considering this is my first time going at something like this in so long, I think that is not too shabby at all. It will need tidying up, and I better be on my best behaviour here because I'm going to have to ask Darling just to go around with her pieces of cloth or rag or whatever we want to call them, just to tidy
mine
up.
under here because you won't see them.
Just to tidy up the fort. But then, as she has just correctly pointed out, they will have tools, or